So you got to take me back through like how important that, what was it? Phase one is what we did.
Yeah. Because it was literally, I mean, it was literally phase one where you took me through messaging. You took me through defining my hook, my marketing hook.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know how intimidating that was for me, but I really, but I did it. And it was literally the switch I needed. So the switch went on and I was able to run with that up until this point. And so while I'm still refining it, it's really just, it's been amazing to see how it worked. And so, I mean, I know when you talk currency, when you talk now like your currency compared to ours, it is literally like leap years. You guys, like the value of your currency is like way up there. And I mean, I know you would understand this because you're an entrepreneur, but and I know obviously in terms of what you charged me was a fraction of what you normally charge, and even with that huge discount you gave me. Just to give you context, so the equivalent, so what I paid you was basically equivalent to 6 car installments for me.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. So it was like 6 car installments for me. And when we started, I didn't have that kind of money to invest, and I'm getting a bit emotional, but it's fine. I just want to be vulnerable and raw with you. And I didn't have that money, so I took what we had and I spoke to Arlene and I said, let's do this because I really believe it's going to just revolutionize our business and take it to the next level. And so the second month, my mom actually just borrowed me the money, and she said, okay, just take this because I believe in what you're trying to do. You've always wanted to get a coach,
Yeah.
And when I was looking for a coach, and it was something I always wanted. And my prayer was, I wanted someone who would treat me the way I treat people that I coach.
Wow.
And I've never been able to find that, and I've seen because it's just like when I coach, when I work with somebody, I'll pour my heart into it.
Yeah.
And so you did that for me. You were completely open. You literally held my hand through it. And I can't tell you what it did for me. And that's why I wanted to just say thank you, even for up to this point, for where I'm at right now, because it was literally amazing. And often when the work that I do with people and when I coach them on writing their books, I know that what I do is I haven't seen anybody do that with people, where they would invest so much into somebody's book idea. Yeah. And when they get to the point where they now publish their book and they achieve that dream, they come to me crying. And it's like, Darren, you've changed my life. And for me, I'm like, no, man, it's not such a big deal, And I feel like, no, it can't possibly be such a big deal. I was just doing what comes naturally to me. And it's only now, I think, so this whole process it showed me the value of what I add to other people, because I've now experienced that from you, And so yeah, it's like, it was such an answered prayer. It was really such an answered prayer. And I mean, the little things, even the fact that I haven't always been able to keep up and meet with you as regularly as I would have liked to. But I mean, just by watching your content, I literally start thinking, okay, I get how you think now.
Yeah.
And so now I'm able to implement so much more of the stuff I do almost just organically.
Yeah.
Just because I've been exposed to that. And I've said this to you before, but I really, really, I believe that you are just next level. I really feel like you are you're one of the best kept secrets in this space, and I
appreciate you so much for that.
Like, I absolutely can't tell you how valuable it's been working with you. And I really believe that in 2 years from now, access to you is going to be something that people are going to really, really have to, they're going to desire.
Well, listen, that is not for everybody else. That will be, you will always have access, man. You know what I was thinking too when I was listening to you. I remember when we first started talking, how afraid you were that you would lose people by shifting your messaging. When we was drilling down, and I kept pushing you. No, change this. Remember when we first got into it, I was like, no. Instead of this, what do you think of this? And we kept refining it. We got clearer and clearer and clearer. And you said something critical. You said the caliber of the people you're attracting now.
Yeah.
Where you're not having to beg and argue about money. Like, that's what I tell people. When you pivot, when you pivot your message, and remember I told you, I said, everyone in the whole world isn't broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like you're like, when you put in context, I'm in Fort Lauderdale. You're in you still in Johannesburg?
Johannesburg, South Africa. Yeah.
So you're in Johannesburg, South Africa. So when people think about coaching, like worldwide, globally, you can reach people all over.
Yeah.
When you think of that, that means your messaging has to penetrate a specific target of what you do, because the cultural difference between different countries is different. See what I'm saying? When you solve a real problem, the problem cannot be based on things just going on in America. It has to be a real business model. So I think that's what makes it different. You had a strong value, but the way you were positioning it, you were positioning it like you felt about it. You didn't feel like it was the best thing ever. But I knew, seeing what you did with your book on down the line, man, I say I'm humbled that I get a chance to partner and work with you. And you got to think, you blown it out of the water and 10x your income, and you only did phase 1 of the MOBB blueprint. We still haven't implemented phase 2.
Exactly. I was just like, oh my goodness. So yeah. And I mean, you know, and I mentioned to you how like the tech part of things just is so overwhelming for me, you know? And so,
you know, that's what I was going to tell you. The beauty of it is, like how we're on now, I share my screen. I log into my actual system. And I walk you step by step, and you literally watch me. So you get a chance to watch it, but I always advise you pull up your screen simultaneously. And not only do you get to watch it, I'm sorry, let me log. Not only do you get to watch it, but you get a chance to, in real time, try it out.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine, I'm sorry, let me log out of this. Imagine getting the opportunity to watch me build it, while I'm building it, but yours and mine. Then you're doing it simultaneously. Then I turn my screen off, you do it on yours. So we walk through the whole thing, and you got videos that you can walk through. The other part too that I got to make sure we get to you, we have a template with a funnel blueprint template where you can see it visually. So now you just look at the reference. Oh, this is what I do, and you build out that funnel blueprint, even the wording, the sales page. Got a sales page template that literally all of it is already written out with psychology of sales, all that. All you got to do is plug in your information. So you just take that and plug it in.
Yeah. So man, it's been absolutely amazing, you know? So yeah, and I think I just wanted to bring you up to speed with that. And for me, it was such a like just a dream come true, because I've dreamt about being able to do what I do, you know, on this scale and on this level, host a webinar, sell a high ticket offer, you know, and yeah, it's just been absolutely amazing. So
I remember your fear of it. And I was telling you, man, the strongest thing is going to be, because you have to think about one-to-one is a very tough task to all day chip away at it. One person, it beats your psychology down if you're not ready to get on the phone one person at a time and hear no. But to do a webinar where you go one to many, selling one to many, I wouldn't even say selling, where you're teaching what you're the best in the world at. You're explaining a real problem, and you're offering them the opportunity to work with you. That, in essence, is what a webinar should be. Not selling. It should be teach what you're the best in the world at, and then offer them an opportunity for you to work with them to do it. Then you look up and you're like, whoa, what'd you say, 25 people that quick? Man, that is, now imagine what that would look like in a one-on-one setting, how long it takes to do that. That's why I say it's a no-brainer. And I told you this when we first talked. I was like, man, our stats to make sure that every person, remember I said that you asked me, I said, we're free. And you laughed. And I said, we're free because every person makes their investment back. So it's like, to hear you say it, would you say 1 month you made your investment back?
Yeah, definitely. And literally, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah.
I'm super proud of you, man. I'm super proud of you. And like, I'm going to continue to hold your hand, support you, walk you through this whole thing. Like, if you're doing this now, you don't even understand what's about to happen, what's next. You got to think.
I'm just like, I can't wait until I'm charging dollars, you know? So for me, that's that's like phase 2 for me. Is I want to get to the point where I can
what is your money in?
rands.
Rands. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Rands? Gotcha.
Yeah. But so it's like, I mean, it's
so no wonder you was like, because you got to think, what is our money? Ours is like every $1 of our money is like how much of yours?
Of ours now, 16, 17. At the time we started, it was about 17.
So no wonder with that investment amount, you was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because coming from your side, wow, okay, I get it.
And so month 2, so after I paid the deposit, the exchange rate went up to 18.
Wow.
So it was even, you know what I'm saying? But
man,
I don't know if you got a converter.
You got me feeling bad, man. But you made your money back, but you got me feeling bad.
It's like I would have paid 3 times that. I would have paid 4 times that. Wow. And especially, like I said, because of the fact that it was what I needed. Wow. You know, it was what I needed. So yeah. And I mean, I don't know if you've got a converter there, but let me give you context. Okay, I'll give you context. So if you work out rand to dollar, you know, if you put it in Google, you'll be able to put in. But in our bank account in January, right? And I mean, you know, the entrepreneurial journey, every month is like reset, start again, reset, start again. Yeah. In January this year, we started with 9 rand in our bank account.
Wow.
9 rand, that's not even $1 in your currency.
Wow.
Okay. And last month turnover was easily 110,000 rand.
Jeez.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even like, it's not about money, you know?
Your wife had to be so excited, but more than anything, man, let me ask, what made you invest in yourself? Like most people don't make that type of investment in themselves, knowing, okay, I need this money. Like what made you make that investment?
You know what it is? I think at some point as an entrepreneur, you get tired of watching people that are less talented than you, people that have less to offer than you, doing well. You know, and there's nothing worse than seeing people doing what you should be doing. People taking up your space, you know, and I think that's where I got to. And I mean, you know, I told you I've been investigating this for years and years. I've been looking at how do I move into an online space? How do I start automating my business? How do I start, you know, just really taking it to the next level so that I don't have to be, because I don't believe in hustling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like I hate that term hustling. Oh, you're a hustler. I'm like, I'm not a hustler. I add value.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I run a business and I add tremendous value to people's lives. Yeah. So I hate feeling like, oh, I need to scrape and get by this month. And so I think, I just got to the point where I'd had enough of that. And I was really ready. I was like, 2020 needs to be the year where we level up and we're going to do it come hell or high water. Mm. And so that was the decision. And I mean, I took it and I absolutely don't regret it. Not for 1 minute.
The other part is too, some people make the investment, but they don't execute. One thing about you, not only do you execute, but you said something critical to me. You said, man, I won't waste your time talking to you again until I do finish what you taught me last. Yeah. When you said that, I said, this is my type of client. I said it because it's like, some people will say, well, I invested, so I'm gonna get on another session. But you know, what I do is implementation. So if you haven't done any work, there's nothing else for us to do. It's not ongoing coaching sessions just to talk. Like, no, you do that. Okay, let's go ahead and work on this. If you didn't do anything, it's like, and I think that's why we pre-qualify everybody, because some people are looking, coaching hasn't been working for some people. They need implementation to really build systems, but they keep paying for coaching. Then when they come to us, some people, it takes us this mindset shift to say, no, we're not just getting on and just talking. Did you work? And now you're holding someone accountable to implement this. And it's hard because you're talking to business owners and forcing them to adjust their messaging, read their offer, charge more than they were charging before. Like all of those are mindset hurdles because they think they're going to lose people. They think that no one's going to pay this. So all of those in the beginning are mindset hurdles. Then they see I think the other beauty is ours is 3 phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. You launch a different part of it in each phase so the person can see the money come in and see the work we're doing. Versus coaching all the way through. Then they, okay, well, let me know how I go. No, they get every phase of it. You're launching something and seeing it, which I think, man, you just blessed me. Hearing this blessed me and made my day, man.
So yeah. And I was just like, if this guy's gonna help me, I want to make sure that I don't let him down. Like I would, I didn't want you to waste your time with me. And that's how I was like, I need to really make sure this thing, I do what you teach me. And yeah, it's just like super. It's absolutely amazing.
Man, we are just getting started. We in this together. I can listen to me. Every step of the way, I'm gonna celebrate with you, man.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. When you talk about how when clients come and you ask them, what are you charging? And they say, I'm charging this. And the first thing you do is you say, increase the price, And so when lockdown happened, I ran a special on one-on-one coaching sessions, and I did it at like $300, 300 Rand. And I mean, in 2 months, I coached over 60 authors. But wow. I just felt like the value that I was giving, I wasn't being rewarded adequately for it. And so I remember those words and I thought, not anymore. And so I put my price up 3 times. Yeah. I put it up to 1,000 Rand,
from 300 to 1,000. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. From 300 to 1,000. And people do not question it. People do not blink. I send them a link to my calendar. They book, they pay, and I show up and I coach them. And it's, you know what I'm saying?
And you know the bigger part in it. Why it's not just me just telling people to raise their price. I knew what you had to offer. Yeah. I knew, because I asked you a critical question. How much is that worth to them? Yeah. So you got to think, when you're charging 300 and a person comes in, it's their first introduction to you. You discounted yourself, but they don't know you discounted yourself. So they won't even handle it like with gratitude and with intentionality, as if you're doing them a favor. They just think this is your rate. So when you say you didn't, so now you feel cheated. You feel slighted because man, for what I'm offering, this is worth this much. But the person doesn't know that, as well as look at how many people you had to coach. So you can't even give your undivided attention. I tell people, when you charge the right amount, you can give your undivided attention. Like you said, something critical to me. You talked about how patient, how much time, I follow up, my team gonna make sure they reaching back out to see, do you need anything? Like, we're just big on family, customer care, client care. We assign each person a client concierge to make sure I'm sure you get the message every so often, hey, checking in, let us know if you need us, blah, 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 seeing how business is going. I say that to say, if we took on all the people that fill out an application to work with us, if we take on the hundreds of people that want one-on-one, we wouldn't have the ability to have that individualized attention for me to spend as much time. Notice I never rush you when we're on a session. We can spend as much time as we need to. Anytime you reach out and say, hey, I really need to hop on, you book within 24 hours. You know, so it's that type of thing that you have to charge to be able to coach at a high level. You have to charge premium pricing to not have to chase down a ton of people in order to hit your numbers. And you're worth it, man. And the other part is you invested in yourself. Yeah. So you deserve that.
And I said to Arlene, after when we did the breakthrough call, the monetization call, and you said to me, you are discounting yourself. You should be charging 3-4 times that. That's all I needed to hear. Wow. And when you said that to me, I went back and I said to Arlene, this is what Marcus says I could be charging. And that's the level we need to get to. And I ran with that, and it's working,
How hard was the mindset shift though? Because anytime you raise price, even for me, I struggled every time I've raised price. Took me a second. I did it. And the best thing that happened was every time I've raised my price, typically that same day I would get 2-3 people sign up, and that's all I needed. Like you get somebody does it without a question, and you're like, oh, you're convinced. Yeah. So how hard was it for you to make the mindset shift to up your price? You said 3 times. You went up 3 times the amount. Like
it was only hard in the beginning. And I mean, because over the years I've gradually been doing it, but I was just like, I'm going to just take the jump now. I'm going to just do it. And because we have to, I was like, I absolutely have to, or else I'm going to stay at level 1 or level 2, and I can't be there any longer. I was like, I'm done with this level. And so if I want the next level, I have to do this, and I have to do this now. And so, yeah.
Man, I absolutely love it, brother. I absolutely love it. Darren, I say this again. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Like how we've been working together shorter, but we've known each other longer, man. And just the fact that you trusted me, not just with an investment, not just as your coach, but with your last, like, wow.
Yeah.
I can't say enough how honored I am.
You've got to